So we've started episode 5 with just 2 pure weddings. That's it. No check-in on other couples today.
Yeah, and I just felt like it's a template.
What do you mean a template?
You know how one or both the couples or one person actually talks about, oh, my parents are married for 40 years.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that seems to come up again and again, and it is great, but really, they don't have to mention it every time, surely. Like, uh, I don't imagine that that's an inspiration for every adult child whose parents have been married for a very long time. There are probably a lot of adult children whose parents have been married 20, 30, 40, 50 years that don't give a shit.
Yeah, and if you love marriage so much, you won't be 38 without any marriage.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, I think it's a self evolving thing. They are looking at the previous seasons and they are looking at what brides are saying and they're just repeating it.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Except we have a woman who identifies herself as bisexual, and it's about bisexuality. Everything is about sex. I date man, I date. I might date kangaroos too.
Kangaroo.
I
Oh gosh.
I mean, I understand that she is a bisexual, but not everything has to be about it.
Yeah, I understand. I
Other than
mean,
that,
the the experts saying that, oh well, we looked at this person, we looked at that person, we looked at men, we looked at women, but we kept coming back to Grayson. And it's like, oh, what a surprise. You've paired a white woman with a straight white man, regardless of her sexuality.
you know what it made me feel like?
What?
They just can't trust their process. They're just depending on referrals. This Grayson is also a referral of the same guy.
Yeah, one of his friends was on, what, like 5 years ago?
Yeah, Steven is the other guy.
Right.
He referred both the guys. And what are your impressions of Grayson?
I think he seems nice, but I get he's gone through a lot with the whole sport career being so close, and then snatched away because he had injuries and stuff. But they keep hinting, like, oh, from everything I've been through, almost like he's hiding something else really big he's been through. So there's either something that he's keeping quiet, or he's alluding to his whole AFL career going down the toilet. Like, I mean, I get it. For him, it was probably the biggest thing that's happened in his life until now. But like, it was such an earth shattering, life changing event, almost as bad as if, heaven forbid, he got like a spinal injury and could never walk again, and, like quadriplegic and could only literally move his head. It's almost like it broke him.
Well, it did break him. And I feel he is referring to the AFL kid.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wasn't sure because the way it came up at one point, it was a bit like, what's he referring to? Because it seemed like so severe, and then it twigged in my brain a few minutes later that, oh, it's probably that, and it's like, no, come on, it can't be like that serious.
For him, it seems to be.
Yeah, seems so. Just jumping back to the sexuality thing a little bit. What did you think of the way she revealed it in the wedding reception?
I mean, she hyped it up in the vows and then in the reception and 20 times before that to the audience.
Well, I don't know if she hyped it up. I don't think I agree with that, but she did try and give a very
Hints.
roundabout way of saying it, like all flavors and everything. But his reaction, he looked before she said it, he looked like he was terrified, and then when she said it, he looked shell shocked and horrified, and he's like, "Oh no, oh no, that's fine with me. That's absolutely fine with me. I get it. That's all right." It just shows that she can connect with someone beyond whether they're a man or a woman and really sees people for who they are.
He's
Um,
a corporate bullshitter.
you think so?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a problem for him. I do. And then there was that little, and you can take offense if you want, it's not about you personally, but there's that typical man thing where you could see in his brain, he was like, oh, I could have lots of fun with this. And it was only a split second, but you could see it on his face and in his eyes.
I don't know what I saw was horror. I don't know what you saw.
Oh,
He was
yeah, I saw horror,
terrified.
but it was when he was doing the straight to camera afterwards.
All right.
And that's when he was like, oh, yeah, well, it just shows you can see people for who they truly are. And then it was like a pause and then something along the lines, oh, I could see how we could have fun with this. And this glint in his eye and like, oh, you know what I mean? Like a little bit of excitement.
Okay, I didn't notice that. That's totally you.
I mean, it could just be a perception, but maybe we'll find out.
And we will. I don't know if this is a game where everybody plays their roles, but what's with the amount of influencers we have a confidence and charisma specialist?
Oh, yeah, confidence and charisma coach.
I don't even know what that means. Confidence, maybe charisma. I have no idea.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
And he is a direct. He works in corporate,
He's
and
a director in a recruitment.
yes, and he tells you that he is emotionally intelligent and everything. All the corporate jargon you can get it, but you see his suit,
Yeah.
and there is no emotional intelligence there. It looks
Why do you need
like,
emotional intelligence for a suit?
I mean, it's your wedding day. At least look in something decent rather than, okay,
Oh,
there is going to be a corporate head meeting and
okay.
I'm wearing a suit for it.
Yeah, I have to say I didn't really pay much to what he was wearing. I was too distracted by her frilly gloves and the rose thing on her neck, and there was something else, and the color of her lipstick. I'm sure she thinks it's beautiful. I'm sure lots of people probably think it's beautiful. I just didn't think it was the right color for her. It was quite distracting. Like she could have gone for a really deep red or a brighter color or something else. Yeah, it was distracting.
Yeah, I mean, I do think she has the right intention though. And this fella, when he asked about the birthday,
Yeah.
and apparently, when somebody talks about birthday, it's usually about, oh, May 12th, or
Yeah, I mean, maybe they cut it out when they did the editing. I don't know, but he said whatever he said, and I was like, "Oh, and I don't even know your birthday yet," and he didn't follow it up and ask.
yeah, I mean, well, there might be an editing, but the way he wanted to know her age and he couldn't ask, that's, you understand.
Yeah,
He could have asked, how old are you?
I mean, he obviously already knew because he was like, "Oh, you're 36 this year or next year."
Oh no, the birthday question.
Yeah,
He started with a birthday question, like it's very calculated in his head.
I don't think it's that deep. I really don't.
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, I really don't think it's that deep. The whole birthday thing. It is what it is.
I guess so.
What do you think about when she said that having that initial spark on locking eyes is the most important thing?
One of the most bullshit conspiracy.
I was thinking, oh, here we go. We'll have another couple where, oh no, I have to have that immediate spark, and it's not going to happen. And then they're just going to keep going on about how it didn't. But seemingly that it did, which is a surprise, a very pleasant surprise for a change.
I mean, he's a good looking guy with a height, with a decent body. All of them are.
Oh, so you think she just ignored the spark and was like, yeah, he'll do.
I guess so, because I don't know the spark they talk about.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen anybody saying, no, there is no spark?
I mean, on maths, yeah, loads.
Who?
Not necessarily in this season, although there
I
are
mean, there'll
probably
be
some,
no,
but
there'll be one or two entitled brides, but I'm talking about people that talk about spark usually says there is a spark, probably because you are wearing a $1,000 gown and
probably.
the environment makes anyone feels like there is a prince standing. But other than that, I don't know if they actually look at the people.
I really don't know.
I mean, if they had that, what do you say, judgment, they would be there.
I really don't.
All
I'm
right.
clueless on that one. One thing I did want to just comment on is just to not to jump too much back onto the sexuality bandwagon, but isn't it kind of irrelevant now? She's married to a man, so isn't it kind of irrelevant? Besides, this is who I am. However, I'm now with you, a man in a committed, currently closed relationship. So It doesn't matter anymore. Like, why is it such a big deal anymore?
Why did you close the relationship?
What do you mean?
Why did you close the
Their
relationship?
relationship.
Yeah, why did you close their
Well, I'm
relationship?
assuming it's going to just be a monogamous relationship, at least at the very beginning.
Well, but she
I
might be just
imagine,
being upfront.
I imagine there are not very many strangers in the world who get married and then immediately say, let's open this up to other people because this is.
And there won't be many people that go on to a show like that.
I mean, on a show, in real life, who knows? I imagine it doesn't happen. Or if it does, it's extremely rare.
I mean, this.
Even if you got married in Vegas, you've still got a small time period where you get your license and stuff. It's not quite like in the movies where it's instant.
Yeah, but she might be just want to be upfront about it. And also, this woman has made, what do you say, her identity is bisexual. I
Yeah.
don't know the kind of bandwagon she is on during the gender.
Oh, let's not go there. That could end up too divisive.
I mean, I'm not going to say anything, but all I'm saying is,
No, you're almost saying enough.
no, I'm talking about gender has been a prominent thing for the last 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
We don't know where she has been on that bandwagon because she identifies herself as bisexual.
Yeah.
It's more like an identity rather than, okay, I'm bisexual. Like, you are a consultant, you are a bisexual, you could be a tons of things, but
Yeah,
she
that's
talks
true.
about bisexuality as the primary thing that defines.
Well, yeah, but it's also the producers are doing that as well. In a never before done thing in math, we're going to take this bisexual woman who doesn't know she's going to marry a man or a woman until she gets to the altar. And then she marries a conventionally attractive straight white man. How groundbreaking is that?
I mean, the prompt came from her, and the producers went on with the edit.
Oh, they went to town with the edit. If only they went to town with the casting and actually did something groundbreaking. There's been lesbian couples, there's been trans couples. There's nothing groundbreaking left.
You know what would be groundbreaking?
What?
Their marriage is to last.
No, actually, I'm not going to dig into the gender politics. However, non binary couple, I don't recall. That would definitely.
Alright, first, the problem with that is nobody can fucking define what non-binary.
It doesn't matter because it's about the person.
Oh, come on. Let's move on. I'm not
Well,
getting
you
into
just have
that.
to ask Julia, she'd understand.
No race baiting. Let's move on.
Okay, moving on to Stella and Philip.
Yes, Philip, the YouTuber, the carpenter, the sensational and one and only online coach.
Is he trying to do everything? He's trying to be everything in one. He's sober. He's a fitness coach. He's a YouTuber. He's a carpenter. He's a model only child. Parents have been married for 40 years. Like, how many more roles has he got that we don't know about? Is he also a TikTok star? Has he got another business? Like,
I don't think we
oh,
have.
sorry, I forgot. He was a party boy. Now he's a reformed party boy. So I guess that's also what he plays.
Yeah, and also, what do you say?
I don't know. What do you say?
From what it made me feel like is he had a mental breakdown couple of years ago. He stopped drinking, started working out, and when he started working out, the things he tells to himself, he started telling YouTube.
Maybe that's quite possible. Like,
And
I can understand him trying to stand firm with not having a drink if that's what he really would like. But I do think it was a bit of a thing that he wouldn't have that vodka shot to honor Stella's culture. It's a real shame.
yeah, but he is that guy who goes on YouTube and tells people how to live and what to do.
I get
And if
that.
it takes that one shot of vodka, that would, how do you say, derail his YouTube career. How dare you even question that?
I kind of get it, but also if he's sober as a lifestyle choice and not because he's recovery, what's the big deal? Because he could always ask for it to be out and see what the person do. He could get on with it, suck it up, and acknowledge it on his next YouTube video and be transparent with his audience. Like, there's ways around it. It didn't show whether he had any conversation with Stella about, I understand this is your culture, it's a big thing, I respect it. However, because of this, I'm not going to do it. It was just, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Oh, because I tell people online not to do this, and it's all online, and I'm an online coach. I'm not going to do it. I won't do it. I will not do it.
Yeah,
And then eventually she was just like, yeah, okay, I respect that. She doesn't respect it in the fucking slightest. Not in the slightest, but she just didn't want to argue. But you could see in her face it was important to her.
yeah, but I mean, he's one of those guys who could be on the manosphere.
Oh, in the manosphere. I don't think he'd qualify.
Why would you say that?
I really don't think he'd qualify.
Oh my god, he would.
How?
The way he talks. I haven't seen his YouTube channel, but if I see YouTube channel, it will be what do you say, directed to young adults and boys.
Really?
I think so. He's one of those self-enlightened guru who will teach the boys how to become men.
So I guess the big question about Philip is he there for the right reasons?
I mean, we have just watched a YouTube video of Philip about philosophy lessons he's giving everyone.
Yeah, from a year ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
What did he mention that was not surprising?
yeah, he's the very regular standard YouTube guru. Probably he could be in the manosphere. What do you think?
I disagree with the manosphere thing. He's definitely going for the lifestyle thing. One thing I thought was interesting, amongst a few, is that he said that he only trains men.
Yeah,
His coaching business is only for men. We've only watched like half of one of his videos, and there are many. I wouldn't say that was directed only at men. So I guess his lifestyle content is kind of open to all, potentially open to all.
you have
But
seen 5 minutes.
he did say that, after he waffled on about don't listen to this person say this or say that, and build your social media presence because I regret not doing it sooner, is that he would love to have been on TV and done acting, but he couldn't get into it. He was too scared. Well, we're just over a year later and he's clearly not that scared because he's been on reality TV.
Yeah, and
So,
he did well.
what, getting onto TV?
I mean, on the TV, he looked the cat.
Is he playing the groom or is he actually in it for both benefits?
I don't know. This
Or is
is
love a bonus?
I mean, this is something I have to empathize with this guy. I don't think this what is what anymore. He very much hooked to this story. I am having this arc of myself where I have quit my old habits, I have quit my drinking, and this is my time to achieve what I always wanted. This is about the comeback story.
You think it's a comeback story? I don't know. I feel like when we were watching and Stella's friend Joe was looking like he was out for his 2 minutes of fame, and I'm not saying 30 seconds on purpose because it was quite clear he wanted to get more than 30 seconds. I was thinking, well, you know what? Maybe he'll be wrong. Maybe Philip will prove that he's not in it for fame, that he's there for the right reasons. But actually, the more I've watched on in the episode, I'm finding it harder to believe. I could still be proven wrong, but I find it harder to. Every opportunity, coaching, sober, YouTube.
I mean, see, this is where I don't know if they are picking the people that play the characters for them instead of explicitly giving instructions. This is where they want the show to be good,
Yeah.
and they want people who wants that too.
Yeah, I guess. And then there is always the question of editing. It's edited. We don't know how heavily it's been edited, but I suspect quite heavily because most wedding receptions are several hours, aren't they? And they've paid for it. I don't imagine they'll just be like, oh, you guys have got an hour.
Can I be honest
So
with you?
it'll be cut down quite significantly, I bet.
I'll be very honest with you.
Go for it.
Reality TV show editors, especially Love Island and Married at First Sight, they should get their credits and flowers because they're the best editors ever.
Oh, they are really good.
See, the thing is,
Anything for a soundbite.
oh no, it's just not a. Oh no.
Oh yeah, for a soundbite
Well, no,
and to mislead the viewers on purpose.
no. The
Yeah.
soundbite things are always, how do you say? Producer things. A producer creates a situation to make it a sound, but the editors,
Mm,
they pick the arc so well
right.
that I have never seen them misrepresenting anyone. They have omitted people out.
Yeah, but you only have to think back to the first episode where I don't know if you'd call it a soundbite or not, but and it's again where my memory fails me. But the bride that was saying, "Oh, I can't marry you. I'm sorry, I can't do
Alyssa,
this, Alyssa." Like, that's down to the editing, and you could say that's a soundbite. It's definitely a clip they probably intended to go viral.
I mean, she played the part.
She did, yeah. I don't think it was a producer that did that. It was cleverly edited to show that at the beginning, and it was in the trailers. It was teased.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but that has nothing to do with the editing. Promotional content is different. The show is different. You know what actually happens?
What?
Why editors get the bad name? You know, these people that get shown on the TV,
Oh
they
yeah,
come out and
the
say,
people that get shown for who they really are, all their
yeah, in the bad
ugliness
light.
and everything, and they go, "Oh no, it was just a bad edit. I'm really not like that at all." I think, yeah, you liar, you liar.
That's why all these editors get all the bad rap,
Yeah,
but they are actually wonderful people. I mean, they understand the
they're
story.
very good at what they do, and like you say, creating a story.
It is because, yeah, you can randomly mislead.
Yeah.
I'm able to follow. There are many people that are able, and mostly because there are two types of viewers. Viewers who just like the drama. They like it. If they shout at each other, they like it if there is something that happens. And then there are people that genuinely understand because there is something about reality shows that is very much about reality. Whenever a person,
That's why it's called reality TV. You mean like authenticity?
yeah, because they say a lot of it is choreographed. I'm sure producers intervene in now and then, but if you see it in like a regular thing, every person puts a mask when they go.
Yeah.
So do the contestants in this reality shows, and then the mask always slips now and then for us. Same for them too. And then I don't know, it is very much aligned. The only problem comes is when you project your thing onto them.
What kind of projection?
I mean, some people identify with a character and hate another character,
Okay.
and then it's one of those things, some people get a lot of hate or a lot of affection. Both are same.
Yeah.
You understand?
Either way, it's attention.
Yeah, and when that happens, they lose grip of what is happening. In that case, anyone their favorite does is wow, and anything that the what antagonist
Yeah.
does is bad. It's like, good boy always does good, bad boy always does bad.
It sounds like you're reliving the trauma of Love Island. Being such a Lucinda stan.
It was, what blew my brains off my head. What was happening was bullying, and nation is watching like
Yeah.
Lucinda is some character that just rubs off like people don't like her. They find her weird, awkward, and everything.
Yeah.
And there are two or three people who gang up on this one woman and went on for majority of the show. And I personally thought when they come out, they would be like, "Oh, it was a show. It was a lot of emotions, this and that."
No.
But they doubled down.
People will show you who they really.
Yeah,
It's
and
so true.
I don't know. Yeah, that blew my brains off because that's what kind of this thing is. At the end of the show, they are like, "Oh, Lucinda, this is because you are like this, or this is what you have done." I don't know, everyone, just not one.
Yeah.
Everyone in the villa is like that. It's like standard bullying in any high school.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, let's jump back to maths. Out of the villa and towards the hotel. I was going to say the opera house, but that was the other couple. What did you think of Stella's?
Oh.
Because they really did go in for the 15 minutes of fame. They wanted as much airtime as possible.
Usually we have one person, one individual, or
Yeah.
one group that actually wants that 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
Now we have two.
And start with before the vows as well, because one of her friends started before the vow. Oh, can I just ask, what's your star sign? Oh, do you know your what was it? I don't know. Your lucky number or whatever it is. Your spirit line, your lifeline. I've no idea what it was. Oh, I approve. I approve. No one cares if you approve. She's the one coming down the aisle. She's the one that's going to say yes or no.
I don't know, it's one of those adoringly hateful relatives.
And she's not even related.
I mean, you can say that the relationship
Yeah,
they
I
have
get
is
it.
close. There is nothing of about that. And also, what? Yeah, because when she went back to her, she kind of took her opinion on, like she'll
Yeah,
not
I thought
dismiss.
they did that in a fairly reasonable way. Just taking her to one side, kind of catch up, just sharing their concern. I don't think that was an unreasonable thing to do. The interruption before the vows, yeah, okay, you could brush that aside. It's a bit overzealous, but whatever. Then her friend Jo in the reception, like, oh, what did you think of this? And what did you think of that? Red flag, red flag. Is he here for really here for the right reasons? Red flag. And then carrying his chair across to the other side of the room and sitting down with the groom's friends and being like, is he here for the right reasons? And like barely letting them speak. And to be fair to his
It might
friends,
be edit.
yeah, it could be the edit, but to be fair to his friends, they were like, do you know what? Now you've said it that way. Yeah, we can see where you're coming from because, we wouldn't have thought of it like that.
He
Which
doesn't have.
which doesn't really help the case, but it doesn't hinder it either, because it's a case of, well, maybe he's here for self promotion. We hadn't considered that a possibility, but also maybe not.
Okay, this is where the naivety comes from. You, they have 100% considered it. Somebody must have said at least a couple of lines.
Do you reckon?
Oh, I do. And see, the thing is, if they are like such believers or even close friends,
Yeah.
they would actually be batting for him a little bit better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, standing up for him and everything, trying to protect him.
Yeah, and they gave him up.
Well, I wouldn't say they gave him up. I just thought it was a case of, well, we hadn't really thought about that. So, well, maybe not.
See, there is always this thing like they could have at least said couple of nice things about him.
Joe didn't give them chance to speak. He kept cutting them off and then they were cutting him off. It was like, how did they manage to have a whole conversation and get to any kind of conclusion?
And then I don't know if you see, she not jump on that. She actually held back the friend,
Yeah.
and it was only when, what do you say, the tradition of drinking.
Yeah.
The wording he said is like, if he said something like, I had trouble with alcohol, and
Yeah, that would be a very different story
yeah,
because it's essentially saying, listen, I'm in recovery. Like, I don't want to break my sobriety.
yeah,
I mean, you shouldn't have to break your sobriety for any reason, but when it's not because you're in recovery, it's purely a lifestyle choice and it's a really important tradition to your new bride, would you not at least consider it rather than, nope, nope, not doing it, not doing it. I don't do that.
yeah, but the reason he gave is,
Yep. I'm an online coach. I teach people sobriety. I tell people not to drink. Well, what do you do for you?
and this is where the friend,
Yeah, and then
the star of today's episode.
the other friend pulled him to one side. And
Yeah, and I mean the male relative and this friend, no, the male friend and this friend.
yeah,
I think they have that understanding of behind others' backs,
well, maybe.
and she's proper race bait.
Oh yeah, she was definitely rage baiting him. Like he even invented his own word, didn't he? He's like, I don't want you misrepresenting me. I'm not misrepresenting. I'm just giving my opinion. I don't want you misopinioning.
Misopinionating me, and she's like, everybody has an opinion,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah. You seem irritated. It's okay. It's okay
you
to be
see.
irritated.
She knows, she understands emotions,
Yeah,
and
she
she
riled
plays
him
on
up.
them.
then called out how he was feeling and told him it was okay, and then basically found ways to tell him to calm down.
Yeah, and like you are angry. I can see it. I can feel it.
Yeah. And even if he's not angry, she's like, no, no, it's okay, you are.
I
I will
mean,
convince you you are.
but have you seen how he tilted towards?
It's because he's like a giraffe. He's so tall.
Yeah, but as he got
What, like leaning over
double
a.
down, he
Yeah.
leaned a little bit. I think that's where.
I don't think it was too much, though. I think it's normal body language.
Yeah, but the amount, I mean, he must have holding a lot of
You make it sound like he
expression.
was bent in half at the waist, leaning over her like she sat on the floor. He was just leaning a little bit.
Okay, this is where you and I see, but okay. Let's move on from that. Yeah, I don't know. Two things. One thing I actually liked is I think it's growth on her part. Like when she had her friend. Oh, maybe be careful of this.
Yeah.
She actually listened.
Yeah, she did. She did seem to take it on board and appreciate what they had to say.
Yeah, I mean that's an actual growth
Yeah.
because 5-10 years ago, I don't think. I mean, she must have not listened to her parents.
Well, yeah, I guess.
We are talking about a woman like that.
Just on moving to another country. So she moved to another country, but the experts have paired her with someone whose parents moved to another country. So I understand she'd be able to relate to the parents, but I fail to understand how he will be able to relate to her because he didn't move country at an age that he was conscious
Alright,
about it.
alright.
He was 8 months old.
Cousin marriages are banned in UK. I'm just letting you know because you guys have a long tradition. Sister incest marriages and cousin marriages, and
Right?
you are thinking
Would you like to get to the point away from incest?
because that's what you're talking about. There is two people having the same experience.
No, I mean I felt that the experts made it out like he will be able to relate exactly to her experience because he moved when he was 8 months old from another country in Europe. And it's like, well, he hasn't had that same experience. She moved as an adult and started from scratch. There's a lot of people in the world that can relate to that, but none of them can relate to it if they did that move at 8 months old.
I'm sorry. I don't listen to experts, so I don't argue with them. I don't even question their judgment. What they do is, if you go on apps like Tinder, Bumble, and other dating apps,
Yeah.
you tell a few things. Traveling is important, this is important, that is important.
Do you think they've just got like one extremely sophisticated algorithm they use?
No, I mean the way they speak.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. It's like turning that into a live action experiment.
Possibly.
Yeah, because that's how people meet on dating apps, don't they?
I guess it part of it.
That's what they're doing here. No, and I don't listen to them, so I don't argue with them. It makes me agitated. That's I made
It's
peace with
okay.
them.
It's okay to be agitated. It's all right. I don't
Ye-
know why you're laughing, you know. It's okay to be upset.
No. See, the thing is, you can never raise like
I'm
her.
not rage baiting.
She understands
I'm
emotions.
poorly mimicking.
Yeah, but that woman, I can't. She's a race bait,
Yeah.
and she knows that she's a race bait. She wants.
When it comes to Friends and Family Week,
Yeah.
if Stella and Philip are still in the show, do you think it's going to be that female friend and the male friend Joe that come and visit? Or do you think it'll be one of them and the other friend who seems very balanced?
I personally would think it would be the bridesmaids, but
Yeah.
if it is the female friend or the male friend, I'm all up for it.
Yeah, I bet you are. Drama, drama.
I mean, she's wise.
We'll see how wise if she comes back.
Is there anything else? All right then.